trying to figure that out. No, but hey YouTube, what is up, y'all? It is Miss Danni Jeanette. If y'all don't know who I am, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a very long time, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be here. I have space to do this. You know, I got through what I needed to get through to be able to be here for you guys today. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to this video. Before we start, I want to make sure you guys like this video and subscribe. By the title of this video, today's video is pretty much my everyday foundation routine, and it's like a flawless foundation routine. I get a lot of compliments about how natural my foundation looks, so I thought that'll be pretty dope to bring to you guys. So if you want to see how I achieve this natural looking foundation routine, then just keep on watching. The very first thing I do to achieve that flawless foundation look after washing my face is I like to moisturize, and I don't use a regular lotion. I use Pond's dry skin cream, and no, I do not have dry skin. My skin is actually very oily, but I tried to use reverse psychology on my skin and it actually works. So by putting a dry skin cream on oily skin, it makes my face think that it's producing too much oil or just too much oil, so it'll produce less, and it works. My makeup lasts a lot longer. And I thought that was pretty cool. I got this trick from a YouTuber a long time ago. I wish I knew who it was so I can give the credit, but I can't even remember. It's been so long, but it actually works. So, and this lasts me a very long time, about a year, which most beauty products last for, I think, about 12 months, yeah. So I just take a little bit because a little of this goes a long way. And don't mind me if I'm looking to the left that my mirror is there. But I just take a little bit like this and I just dab it on my face everywhere. Like I said, I don't want to use too much. And I just rub it in. Now my skin feels extremely moisturized. You can even see how shiny my face looks, but don't worry, because the next part that I do is I use a primer. This is the best primer in the world. Oh my gosh, this is Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is a mattifying primer, and I love this. This will last me a year as well because you don't need much of this stuff. This one is like the $18 one, and I know people are like, oh my god, you're nuts for paying $18 for that little thing, but like I said, it can last me up to a year, depending on how much I do my makeup throughout the year. But you literally don't need much, and then I don't put it all over my face. I put it only in, like, you can kind of say like my T-zone. So I literally just take a little bit. I literally just take a little bit like this, and then I rub it together with two of my fingers. And now with the key with primer, just any primer, you don't want to rub it in. Instead, you want to pat it in to your pores. So I put this here. I put it here because I get oily I get oily right here. I get oily on my nose and around my nose. And the thing about this is you want to make sure you tap it in until it's dry, because with this one, if you don't, it'll leave a really big dry spot. You can tell you didn't blend it in. And it's like, even after you put on the foundation and that, like, you know, isn't on your skin, and even after like the powder foundation I use, you can see it, and it's embarrassing. I hate it. It's like when that happens, I have to take everything off and redo it. So I put it there, and then I also take a little bit, do the same thing, put it on my chin because I get oily on my chin, my smile. Always crease there, so I always try to put that there too. And then the last place that I put it, can you guess, is on my forehead. Okay, so same thing, just put a little bit on your fingers, and then you just blend it in. Now from the moisturizer, you can tell that this really made my skin matte, because now it doesn't look oily, it just looks very matte and flat, and like just, okay, no oil. And that's why I love it. Like, I don't mind spending $20 on it because it's definitely worth it. Okay, now after my primer, the foundation, I used to use $40 foundations. I used to use $40 foundations, and that was the Smashbox 12-hour pro long wear, whatever it is. But your girl in college and your girl's on a budget, so I can't afford to be spending, just dropping $40 on makeup anymore like that. So the foundation that I actually use, I take my butt to Walmart or Target, and I buy the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the matte and poreless foundation. It's for normal to oily skin, and I really love this foundation. It is in the color 355, which is coconut. But this is the foundation that I use, and it works just as fine as the Smashbox one that I've used. So with this, I shake it up, which you just saw me do. I shake it up. I don't pour any on my hand because, one, I feel like that's just a waste of product. And once you put too much on your hand, you end up using too much on your face, and all the excess product is just unnecessary. So after I shake it up, I put my finger on the top and I shake it up again, just like this. And whatever's on my finger, I take and I just dab on my face. Take my very old but great beauty blender. This thing is tearing. It is tearing, but this is the best beauty blender I've got. I think this is the Sephora brand beauty blender. I think it's like anywhere from $10 to $12. I take it, I wet it, I squeeze out all the water, and I use it damp to blend it all in. Okay, see? Not too much foundation, and it looks natural. Okay, so after I use that foundation, I go in with a little bit of concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer in the color Toffee. This has lasted me a year. You can see I've used it, and it's so much left in here because I don't use much. You'll see how much I use. I take this concealer and I take this little baby blue blender. It's so cute. This one is a little stronger than my other one, and I like that to blend in the concealer because it helps add to achieve that flawless look. So I just take a little, I squeeze barely. Just when I see like the bristles of the brush like expand, I'd leave it at that. I don't put extra product. And I just rub it here in the corner. And again, like I said, I don't do the whole big triangle thing. It's unnecessary. I just use it in the corner because that's where it's darkest, and when you blend it out, it'll look so seamless. It looks really good. And you can just look and tell the difference. Like, all that extra stuff is unnecessary. In my opinion, that's just how I do my makeup. I get a lot of compliments on my makeup looking natural. So I do what I do. I don't follow what everybody else do. I mean, it took me a while to get to this step, but you know, when you're starting out, you do follow what everybody does on YouTube. But now I just do my own thing just because I feel like all that is unnecessary and wasting product. Another thing that I don't do is I don't put concealer on my forehead, only because putting concealer on your forehead gives your forehead the appearance of it being larger. We good. We don't need all of that. We good. After all that, look at that, y'all. Okay, after all that is blended in, the last thing I do for that flawless foundation look is I take more of a powder foundation. Now, I didn't specifically buy something called powder foundation, but I use a shade in this palette. This is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in the shade from medium to dark. On the inside, it comes with 3 colors. It comes with a contour shade, a sculpting shade, and the highlight. You can tell I've hit the pan. I use the sculpting shade as a powder foundation because it blends in very well with my skin, and I only use a little bit. I don't put a bunch of powder all over my face. I only put it where it's oily and I blend it out. So I'm taking this small powder brush from BH Cosmetics Or if this had a number, this is number 3, okay? So I just take this and I just do a little bit and I tap the excess off and I pat it into where my skin is oily. And I do the same thing. Pat it in. After I do that, then I take the larger powder brush, this is a number 2, and I literally just sweep it away. And that is literally all I do to achieve this foundation look. We can also talk about the highlight that I use if you want to know. So I use the Urban Decay Naked Illuminated. I've had this highlight for 2 years. For 2 years I've had this highlight, and look how much is left. Okay, I use the little fan brush for my highlight brush. You know, I got that natural highlight, you know. Still, this is number 1 for again, I use the BH Cosmetics brushes. Just take a little bit. I don't use a lot of this stuff. Oh, and this one's in the shade Lit, you feel me? And take a little, I put some on my nose. I have a friend that sees me every time he sees like the highlight on my nose, he says, "Why is your nose so shiny?" Like, he just wipes it off, and I'm like, "Oh, you're messing up my highlight." Every time, it never fails. Where that at? There it is. Ooh, okay, we're not gonna OD it. And that's literally all I do for my foundation routine. So yeah, that's how that goes. Very clean, crisp, doesn't look cakey, looks very much like skin. Almost like I didn't do much, but enhanced, that's it. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all I do with my foundation, and honestly this is really my everyday my foundation routine. I do this every day when I wear makeup. I don't ever do anything more, anything less. I'll make sure to list all the products that I use down below. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.